In this video, I will show you some exercises that you can/should do to prevent this. This posture is what we could call the upper cross syndrome posture, and it's characterized by three things. Your mid-back goes round, your shoulders go forward, and therefore the head goes forward. In another video, I've explained that these three are actually chicken and eggs of each other. Each one causes the two others and is the consequences of the two others. So you want to really avoid the three, not only one or two of the three. As always, I shoot this video in my office where there's strictly nothing. There's a reason why there's nothing. It's because I really want to bring you the idea that you don't need any expensive equipment or anything to care for yourself. You need just a bit of time and a lot of willingness to act. Therefore, again, a naked setting. Actually, today you will need two things. You will need a cushion and a chair. You see, nothing is too expensive there. Two more things I want to say again. Number one, come back very often. The goal of these follow-along routines is that you can play them and do the exercises at the same time as I do them. Point number two, I don't want you to feel any pain. I show big movements so that you see them on the cam, but if you cannot do big movements, do small movements. The goal is not to impress anybody, the goal is just to move, okay? And we don't need, at the beginning, big range of motion. We need to activate the muscles and movement will come later. What we'll discuss today is of course extremely relevant for office workers, but not only. It is also relevant for guitar players, bass players, and many others. Therefore, I've asked my good friend Alex Goodman and his band to give us some music for the background. For this great music, we want to thank Alex Goodman, Ben van Gelder, Jimmy McBride, Martin Nevin, and for the last piece, Rick Rosato and Mark Faber. I hope you enjoy it, and if so, well, please visit their website and listen to more music. They are really great musicians. Step one will be to work on the mid-back. So we will do some of the exercises that we have seen in the daily spine routine, but which we will really focus on the mid-back by having the knees less than 90 degrees. So we have directly the knees around 45 degrees or so, and the back starts flat. When inhaling, hollow your back. And in the pelvis, you make your back flat. Your line of sight is vertically down. And round. Your knees don't reopen, they stay 45 degrees. Once more. Flat. Hollow. Flat. Round. Flat. Check. Hollow. Flat. Round. And flat. Now the second way to mobilize your mid-back. We will do still knees 45 degrees, but tilt the pelvis sideways so as to move the vertebra in another direction. So knees 45 degrees, back is flat, and we go to the left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle. Let's try that on the elbows. Left, middle, right, middle. So now with these two exercises, we have just recreated some mobility in the mid-back. What we will now do is really strengthen it so that it does not collapse. Let's take a chair, and I'd like you to put this part of your forearms on the inside of your knees. So you're kind of leaning forward like someone who thinks, you know? And what we'll do is three things. Thing number one is we will flatten the lower back so I don't feel the tips of the vertebrae anymore. Thing number two is we will pull the chin back. And thing number three is we will slightly push the mid-back forward. You see, it barely moves. It's more about straightening the mid-back than about anything else. And once the spine is in place, we will pull gently, again no movement, just tension, the forearms backwards. And that creates a lot of tension in the mid-back that you keep. We keep it for 30-40 seconds. There's no rule on that. My only reason to do that is to force you to breathe. If you can breathe, you can use these muscles in your daily life activities. And we come back up. And you could feel normally that something is woken up in your mid-back. Strengthening exercises always create a bit of tension, so we will do just a part of the usual relaxation exercise that aims at relaxing the part that we have just worked on. So we go with the elbows, front back, and then the shoulders, you hit your buttocks. Then we turn with the head. And the whole spine. And very gently, we'll bend forward, but actually not too far, because when I'm at this height, I'm precisely working in my mid-back. So I stay there, feeling that this is actually a great thing for between the shoulder blades. And to finish, just shake it a bit. Breathe out when you do that. So basically so far, I have recreated movement in your mid-back, I have strengthened the muscles in your mid-back, but I also wanted to make sure that they don't stay contracted. Okay? So this is kind of activating the engine in your back. Now, what resists this erect posture is the closure of the chest muscles, which is typically fed by all your daily activities on your keyboard, your smartphone, and so on. So what we will do is we will stretch the chest muscles. There's another video on this channel where I show you how to do this on a bed. But with the philosophy of this playlist, I will show you how to do this on the ground, like if there would be no bed. It's the same exercise, we just do a small tweak. We'll grab a pillow and we'll be leaning on the side. You keep one arm further from you, and the other arm we will go and stretch it. You see that my knees remain bent so that my back stays flat. And instead of traditional stretching, we will use post-isometric relaxation, which is inhale, lift the arm against gravity, exhale, let go. Inhale up, exhale down. Up, inhale, down, exhale. And now we do the two other sections. Down. Make sure that your collarbone is in direction of the ground. Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. And you see we do this, 3-4 times. Make sure that the hand is also facing the ceiling. It's not like your palm is facing downwards, because this would close your chest. So really open your arm. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And last section, along the ear. Let go. Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Excellent. Let's turn around and do the other side. So we have the arm at 90 degrees from our body, more or less, and palm facing the ceiling, the knees are bent. Exhale, let go. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And the lower section. Palm facing the ceiling, exhale down. Let go. Make sure that the collarbone stays back. Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And we let it here. Probably you feel that one side, usually the right side, is more tense than the left side. That's because many of us are right-handed. And up. Down, let go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up, exhale down. Very good. Just for the sake of it, we have a mini relaxation again, starting directly in the shoulders, so that the area that I stretched. Bend down. And actually what you can do is I can bend down straight and just have my arms turning. I don't need to do the whole spinal rotations, it's a different exercise. Both of them are okay. Only the arms or the whole spine. And shake it. So step one was to work on the mid-back. Now with this exercise, I'm trying to reopen your chest. So that was working on the round shoulders. But to finish the job of reopening the shoulders, we need to reinforce the muscles that actually pull your shoulder blades like this. This is in particular the lower trapezius. There are 5 exercises that we can do to teach people how to use the lower trapezius and latissimus dorsi. I will show you 2 of them which in my experience work rather well. Number 1, you see I'll be slightly bent on my knees, pelvis back. This is extremely important that you keep your pelvis backwards, and you'll be holding your arms like this. You're not tensing your hands, like if you would be holding the steering of a bike. Yeah? And then what we'll do is we'll press the elbows down. Well, they don't really move, but we kind of press them down like to resist against a ball which would be here. And, yeah? And you should feel that something is happening in your mid-back. It can be that you need to adjust your elbow position a bit lower, a bit closer against you. Yeah? And you hold it. Make sure that your hands are not tense. This is the first way. Excellent. Now we'll have the second way. Your elbows have to stay close to your sides. Arms as in such a way that the hands are facing the ceiling. Look, I will first open my arms. Yeah? Feel something is happening at shoulder blade level. And then whilst keeping my elbows against me, I will reopen my arms. That works in my mid-back too. Still, I keep the pelvis backwards, super important. If you feel your chest is open, well, it's normal, it's the goal. Let's go. Excellent, we've really done a lot now. The last thing we will do is stretch the front neck muscles, because they are responsible for pushing your head forward. So we just want to make sure that they're a bit longer so that they don't do too much of it. Again, we'll be kneeling on the ground, but this time no pillow, because we will want the head to go slightly back. So you lean on your back and you bring the feet in direction of your buttocks so that your back is really flat. And then what we'll do is a 2-3 steps stretch. First we will put the right ear to the right shoulder. And then we will have a left rotation of the head. So there I start to feel a pull on the left sternocleidomastoid here. And now I will have a little tuck back of my head. That's step 3, and that reinforces here. Make sure that with your hand you pull your clavicle or your collarbones down. That increases the stretch. And make sure that your back is really flat on the ground. Press it down with your abs. If we want to reinforce this stretch, we can have the knees going slightly to the opposite side. Breathe out. It's actually better if you have your palms facing the ceiling. Go back and we do it once more. So, flat back, palms facing the ceiling, left ear to the left shoulder, rotation of my neck to the opposite side, little tuck and clavicle down, my back stays on the ground, my knees are slightly tilted to the left, and I feel a big pull on my right. And you keep it there. When you stretch, you want to keep the stretch at least 40 seconds, ideally a minute. And we go back. Look how I will stand up. I will roll to the side, go on force, and keep turning till I stand up. So that was it for today's routine. It was quite a long one, but remember, you don't need to do everything. I just try to show you the logical order of things, which is work on the mid-back to keep it strong, work on the chest to keep it open, work on the lower trapezius to mobilize it, and finally stretch your neck. And all that should always be interrupted with extremely frequent relaxation. This is the type of routine that I advise you to do, especially if you have this problem, at first every day. If you can do it twice a day, it's even better. So come back to this video at least every day so that you can keep doing it together with the instructions.